Oh, it is troubling. It is a concern for sure.
New at 6, lawmakers are reacting to a 7 on Your Side investigation into the state insurance commissioner's taxpayer-funded travel across the world. Good evening. I'm Amma Dates.
And I'm Dan Ashley. Thanks for joining us. Leadership on the Assembly Insurance Committee is now vowing to take action. It was Monday when we first revealed to you the extent of Insurance Commissioner Ricardo Lara's travel, trips at taxpayers' expense that have caused him to miss many key Senate meetings.
7 on Your Side, Stephanie Sierra is here with new developments tonight. Stephanie.
Yeah, some of the commissioner's colleagues are outraged by this. In fact, several lawmakers, including the vice chair of the Assembly Insurance Committee and the state's former insurance commissioner, are responding to these findings, specifically the lack of transparency about these trips, which are public record. And now there's a push for a state audit on the matter.
From flights to Paris and Bogota to Glasgow and Dubai, in response to a 7 on Your Side investigation into State Insurance Commissioner Ricardo Lara's taxpayer-funded travel abroad, the vice chair of the Assembly Insurance Committee is taking legislative action demanding more transparency from the state.
If the insurance commissioner's office isn't able to provide answers as to the government purpose of this travel, I think it's absolutely appropriate for us to be able to move forward requesting an audit so we can get answers for the taxpayers. Again, this is about transparency. It's about good government. It's something that California has absolutely deserved.
7 on Your Side reported earlier this week, California's insurance boss made at least 46 trips across the country and all over the world since 2019, missing a majority of the state insurance hearings held since assuming office. But after more than a month of questioning, the state has yet to identify the business purpose for nearly all of the taxpayer-funded trips.
I think there's definitely value to being able to take trips like this and be able to meet with people, leaders in not just other states, but around the globe.
Assemblymember Wallace says he routinely goes on trips to meet with stakeholders and counterparts in other states.
If you were to ask my office the purpose of government travel, we'd be able to identify every single benefit that came from these trips. And so I think that's the biggest concern.
7 on Your Side found a number of the taxpayer-funded trips amounting to tens of thousands of dollars did not appear to list any specified insurance-related meetings on his schedule, including Commissioner Lara's week-long stay in Bogota, Colombia, and his 5-star hotel stay for Pride Fest in New York City that featured DJ Kitty Glitter on his calendar, or his mission-critical request for a $14,000 trip to Chile for a United Nations climate change conference.
And I think that should be something that we're able to easily make available to the public.
In response to the story, Congressman John Garamendi, the state's first elected insurance commissioner, issued the following statement saying, "As insurance commissioner, my job was to always put consumers first. Clearly, this value hasn't continued." Senate Minority Leader Brian Jones, who sits on the Senate Insurance Committee, wrote, "Californians deserve transparency and accountability from all levels of government. Taxpayers expect and deserve nothing less."
There has to be a gatekeeper. And somewhere along the line, I think we've lost that gatekeeper over at the department, because really, if there is such a person, they wouldn't be approving these claims.
I know the commissioner's office responded to you. They talked about transparency and wanting to be transparent. Well, part of that is being able to answer those questions.
Now, the vice chair of the Assembly Insurance Committee says if there is any determination that the trips were not deemed to be mission critical, he will call for a hearing to convene in the legislature.
Okay, so the Assembly, lawmakers know about it. What about the governor, Stephanie?
He's aware of it, but I will tell you, we did obtain a memo, Dan, that was issued from his office last year that was restricting mission-critical trips. Now, we checked how many trips the commissioner took after that letter was issued, and that number is 15.
15?
Yes.
After? Interesting. Well, the governor will respond to this.
Oh, yeah, we'll be waiting.
Thanks, Stephanie.
Of course.
7 on Your Side investigates. Head to abc7news.com/7 on Your Side to see what our team has uncovered.